was on
Hello.
earlier minutes about my partner in crime there. My partner in we got to think of a different one. A partner in just partner in life. I don't know.
A partner in rhyme.
Partner in crime. This comedy.
Our
Still need to do
partner
it
in
better.
time.
Partner in crime. Let's do it at the same time.
Partner in
Partner
oh,
in crime. So I'm Nubia. I was like, did I have my tooth in? I did
and,
have my tooth
and I'm Ajua, and I have all my teeth. Ding.
in. Um, that's what happens
All
when
present.
you get close to you're over 55 and then you get closer to the next count five up. That would be me. That would be me in like how many days? Nobody's counting, but about 5 days.
That's the right direct. That's the right direction, or is it that direction?
Uh the right direction.
That's the right direction.
I look monkey looks right, but yours looks backwards, but you can't ever tell. So
Yeah, mine
anyway,
was backwards too. Mhm.
we are the Connecticut Housewives.
Or Housewives of Connecticut.
Housewives of Connecticut. So yeah, I did come on earlier today, which our normal time is 1 o'clock. But you know what, guys, life just be life, but I love
Life,
it
be
because
life, and what she said.
but our dedicated five people, man, they were on. They was on today.
Fabulous
But we're
Five.
out to the daughter of the Most High, and then we had a cousin who popped in, who's in the southern states. Some people want to be
Tony,
incognito, so
Tony,
we're not
Tony.
we ain't trying to blow other people's spot up. We don't know if they want to be recognized like
Oh,
that. So
oh, oopsie.
who that wasn't me. It was her. It was her, as my kids do, throwing each other under the bus.
Other, other direction. So if I point this way, can you? Because to me it looks correct.
No, when you point that way, you're pointing to the side. But when I point that way, you're over there.
Oh, because when I point this way, you're over there. So I'll point this way from now on.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You know, I just got back from a veterans center in my area that has a free podcast class for veterans, and so I go to the class every Tuesday, and
Mhm.
he's talking about some of the stuff he's talking about. I already know about. Thank you, Mr. Kenny.
Mhm.
How are you also? Thank you, Kennedy. Kennedy. I can read Kennedy. Kennedy. Yes. Um.
Kennedy.
So Kennedy. Thank you. So it was a military class. It's not a military class, but if you are a military spouse or child or veteran or whatever, then you can come and you can join the class. And
Uh-huh.
so, um, yeah, I don't. Anyway, we're learning stuff about podcasting and some of the stuff I was saying I already know, but he's starting from ground zero because there's people in the class who don't even know, you know. So
Right.
like, we did a good part. I'm
Oh,
like,
see, I would be one of those who don't know Jack Diddley Piddly Diddly about all that stuff. Not that I'm that interested in it.
you try and be patient because you're the one, and I'm not saying I know a lot, but there's stuff that I wanted to
Yeah.
start like editing and learning how to make. I can do some stuff in Canva, but I like to do
Yeah.
some fancy stuff in Canva. So
Yeah.
so we're just sisters for people who are new to our channel. We're just two
Hmm.
sisters that they go live usually on Tuesday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But life was just life in, and so we missed
Mm.
out on being on at the same time. So I just did a 10-minute saying, "Hey, where is my sister? Where's my sister?" But we talk about gardening, which is coming up. This is like gardening season, and
Yeah.
elderly care for our father, who's uh,
Uh-huh.
so we were born in Connecticut, and I'm a housewife in Connecticut right now. She was, and now she's a housewife in
Tejas.
Texas.
Texas. Okay, so also say hi to how do you say it? Ludinai? Ludinai.
Okay, thank you for
Loud.
and
Loud. Loud.
we love your emojis, Kennedy. Thank you so much. So yeah. So how was Pop today? We talked our Pop.
You like those emojis, Kennedy? You like it? Looks like a bunch of that looks like purple poo. I can't really tell what it is, but okay,
So we like
we'll take it.
we thank you for the for just popping in and just showing us some love. That's what we appreciate. So how's Pop doing?
I thought this was. I don't see any of these emojis.
Sure.
So can I just say that God is great because Pop's Reno his his Reno has been a certain number for years. It improved by one.
Okay.
So all I can say is that's nothing. You can't make this stuff up. Long story short is when your kitties are shot, they're pretty much shot. Oh,
Pay
um,
attention. Pay
okay. Just remember, if we have anybody on here that cannot be play nice, I don't you have a button to give them delete.
what? Just keep going. Just keep going. So
Okay,
Pop,
so anyway, so pop actually he looks wonderful. It's just amazing. Remember, were you there? We were there when the doctor said that his insides don't look like his outsides, or his outsides don't look like his insides.
yeah,
But he looked great. He looks amazing. But just a good report of having being able to say, his renal kidneys improved. That's a miracle, and I'm gonna take every miracle we can get over here. So grateful for that. Um, they said that they wanted some more blood work. Can I also say that another one of his numbers actually went up. They said, "Oh, we're sorry, we know the number's bad." I'm like, if you knew what number he came from, you'd be excited as I am right now. So it was good news today. And I'm believing that it's going to continue to be good news. We have a lot of people praying. I appreciate that. Um, okay, Big Mike. Yep, whatever. So
we
if
don't,
you don't like our yapping, get to stepping. I can't say that. Okay.
no.
Okay. And
It just it just stirs the pot. But
oh.
so on this channel we talk about children, gardening, elderly care,
Mhm.
falling off and on the wagon. What are you drinking? Because we fall off and on the wagon drinking good stuff.
Can I just say that this is McAllister's what is it? Strawberry lemonade, pink lemonade. You don't see this though. But I
Right.
did have a nice salad, and I have a half a salad and a half a sandwich, and that was tasty. So shout out to McAllister's, for eating something healthy ish. But this is my treat to myself. Long day. I said, you know what? You deserve it.
Everybody,
So
right? It's that the car and drink too. So it's funny because uh our baby sister one time she said I saw a meme and this housewife she left the house and she just went and got a drink and sat in the parking lot and drank it. I'm like, mm-hmm. What's wrong with that? I do it all the time.
yeah, yeah. Should I give you a panoramic view right now?
I do it all the time. You just
And
can't.
I ain't talking about the window.
That's how you. That's sometimes that's how you get your break. So anyway,
This
so
how
I had
this how I get my piece.
and
Mhm.
somebody, one of my lovely children made my she made a nice not categorizing my children or say anything with them, but uh
Uh-huh.
it was a very lovely chicken salad. So I had a lovely chicken salad. I bought some rolls. There was some sweet. They have some really beautiful Kaiser rolls that are like this big with nice
Oh.
like floured on top. Oh my
Mm.
gosh, they didn't have those today, but I did get some other nice rolls, and then they added sugar to them. You could tell they were kind of sweet. Oh, they were so good. And I,
Mm. Remember? Do you remember those big old rolls that Uncle JC used to make, and it had the onions on top? Oh,
oh, but when he worked at the bakery,
yeah. The
yeah,
pumpernickel bread with the raisins were our jam. Boom.
right.
But and I talked to him. He said he doesn't even remember how to. He says he doesn't even remember how to make half this stuff. I'm thinking that's a travesty to be able to be the
That
type of baker he was, and then to not remember. Oh, oh my soul. That's all I got. Sad.
was the bread, and then you take the bread. and after it was a couple days old, you take that pumpernickel bread, you squeeze it,
Mhm.
and you toast it, and you put it in, and you put butter on it. Oh, no words. No words.
Oh yeah, delish.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm saying before I jumped on here, I was downstairs eating because I came back from that podcast class, and
Hmm.
I wanted to put this real quick. And so this lady was talking about how her children had gotten demonetized. I'm like, girl, some of us ain't never been ain't even been monetized before, But I
Yeah.
guess she had taken and posted some stuff on one channel, and then she
Uh-huh.
posted it on her channel. So basically,
Yeah.
kind of doubled it, and they said they shut it down. So she's like,
Mm.
I'm not making because I can understand if she said my husband makes money, but this is how I make money, and can you send us a cash app? I'm like, can all of us send everybody a cash app? We all need a cash app right now. You know what I'm
I'll
saying? The
send
way
you
the
a
economy,
cash app. You send me a cash app and keep on. Everybody cash app everybody.
I'm like uh, and, everybody's squeezing the
Yeah.
pennies right now. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But so anywho, so this is what I'm drinking on today, girl.
All right. Oh, looks like.
Uh,
Oh, Texas is everywhere. Look at that.
my beautiful Texas. See, if I could play
You
something right
know
now, I would play
what would you play?
Beyonce's
This is
Texas song.
Texas. Oh
Texas.
Lord. Mm.
I guess
Mm.
if you're singing, you can't demonetize you for anything. I actually did get. I actually did put up something, a video of a veteran, because my sister and I
Uh-huh.
both are veterans, for people who are new on the channel,
Mm-hmm. Who?
and it was like a 30-minute video. So if you guys see a symbol of a veteran, that was a nice guy talking. He's from out of the Carolinas, and he was giving his story, his testimony about
Mm-hmm.
being in the military.
Yeah.
And during live, he played a video showing charity fund that he has, or for 401(c). How people have what's it called when you have the charitable things that don't make money, or nonprofit organization.
Yeah. Nonprofit.
And
Yeah.
instead of showing that, he showed a YouTube video that was from his channel. And so I just let the video play, and she said, "I'm new to you, and I love it." Oh, thank you. We're just chit chatting. We're just two sisters chit chatting, but thank you. And so he was a veteran, and so they I think they took it down, or they stamped it like there's a copyright problem with it. And I'm like, the man who
Hmm.
was speaking, it was his video. So I don't know how to go
But
about.
it came from another source. Like so he's we're on one source. He's probably on another source, and the source said eh.
But I was looking for his channel. So anyway, there's a way to go in and either have them either silence that whole little bit, or
Yeah.
change the song, which would change the whole meaning of it, because it's for about veterans. Thank you so much for giving us hearts and smiles. We like that. So I'm gonna have to go in and either not contest it, but send them a little note. Find out how I can send them a little note to see if they can retract it or forgive it, because he was talking about all the awards that he got and all the things that he did serving his country. So it was a pretty
Yeah.
good video for people to get to that certain spot and listen and miss
Uh-huh.
out on the testimony with a little bit of music in the background. You know.
Right.
Uh, So
So did you say hello to Jennifer Powell? She says I'm new. Oh, you did say that and love it.
yeah,
So we welcome you, Jennifer.
everybody. My sister said, just we all just play nice, and thank you for the hearts and the smiley faces. We love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you checked on Pop in the hospital, and you
Uh-huh.
said you made it last night, so that we brought it over today, or how'd that go?
Say again? How did
You
what
said you
go?
made it when I called you last night. You were making a pot of soup or something like that.
Oh, it worked out perfectly because they forgot that he had an appointment. It
Oh,
was
right.
around that lunchtime. Yeah. So they forgot that, and it was around that lunchtime period. So then I'm saying, well, he can't go the way he is. You need to, spruce him up some before we go. I got there. Well, I was outside by like say 1:35, no, 12:35. His appointment's at 1 o'clock. So by the time I actually get into the room, it's like 20 till. And he's still in bed. He hadn't gotten out. They hadn't gotten him out. I said, no, you need to get him up. Like, oh, do you want to reschedule? I'm like, no, they forget that you actually have a life also, and because of an accident on your part does not mean that you're going to disrupt what else or everything else I have going on, and plus only you never know when the next appointment's going to be.
Right.
So I was like, no, I need you to spruce him up, and I said if I have to, I called up the his appointment, and I said it's going to be a while. I said you might as well go ahead and keep getting him ready, don't stop, you know. So by the time I got a hold of them, they said, "Well, no, we have a 15-minute policy, no, no, no." And so, and I'm thinking, I'm still believing like he's going to have this appointment. And lo and behold, they said, "Well, let me go ahead and shoot an email to the doctor." The doctor said, "No, we have a policy." Da, da, da. But then she, I don't know what she did, but she came back and said, um, "He'll take you."
Right.
And all
They
I could
said,
think
look,
was,
record of daddy. Of course, we have the grace of God, but
I said,
that.
"Lord, that is favor right there, right? That's favor."
Mm.
So then, the guy that's supposed to give him a ride, because they have their own special vehicle, for this particular agency to get him a ride. Well, they had two people at one having 1 o'clock appointments, and by now it's like 10 till. It's
Mm.
10 till 1, right? For this first guy. I said, you know what? This is probably to me get my answer as far as yes, he can still come. I said, just go ahead and go. Don't make the other guy late too, because you guys are, Confucius. you know. So and yes, I said that on purpose, confused. I think, but ugh. I was trying so hard not to get spun up. It's just that I gave you a whole list of appointments. Now, wait a minute. How am I
What?
calling myself? It says, do you hear a sound?
I do not, because people use your
I'm
own
calling
numbers.
me, which is like this.
What do you got? Two different phones?
No, girl, it's not the one phone. I'm thinking, how in the heck? It says, how in the heck?
So wait, why are you
Somehow,
going? Why aren't you going like this to your phone? Wait, where's my hand? Why aren't you going like this, like to the phone, like that? You're going down there somewhere.
because I had it on speaker, to hear you better.
So your camera is right in front of your visor, right?
Yeah, my advisor's right here.
So where's your camera?
My camera's on my steering wheel because I'm not moving.
Okay. Oh, and you were looking at your phone was ringing, and you're looking at your radio thing, right? Your dashboard. You look at your dashboard.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes. I'm thinking,
because you're looking forward, but you were looking over there.
yeah.
When your phone is here, you should have been going right here.
Yeah, but
Gonna have to explain. Just excuse us because we're not tech savvy either. We're just two people who just jumped on here hitting the button. We're learning as we go along. And welcome for coming in. Yeah. Yes.
hello,
End up,
Brandy.
end up taking daddy in your own car.
They took them. Okay, I'm trying to get my speakers to turn on because I just put my AC on because it is Texas. It's 89 degrees and I had the windows up. It was good till it wasn't.
And then
So Bluetooth.
trying to bake yourself. You be in the car like somebody let me out. Somebody break my window. Wait.
Okay.
Okay. That reminds
So
me of
can
the
you hear me?
time. I can still hear you. Yeah.
Okay, good.
That reminds me of the time that I got stuck in daddy's car. Okay, so
Oh,
my husband lives with her right now in Texas. He lived with me, so he's been back and forth until the last couple of years or so, and COVID, and his health has declined a bit. So, but his car was in my backyard, and I think he was here. I went to use his car,
uh-huh.
and I got to my appointment that I went to, and then I went to stop at the roadside. Thank God I was at a service station or whatever, like one of those side things in Connecticut where you can go and get something to eat and nice clean gas station type of thing. And what are those things called? The road.
I keep saying that I was here, and you say, "Oh no."
You
I say I was there. You say, "No, no, you weren't there.
wait, but
You're
you're
one
no
by the
good.
church, right?"
No, no. I'm talking about as not as an adult. I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about as a kid.
Oh,
I'm talking
gotcha.
about a couple of years ago, right? So I stopped at the service station and I went to get out. Thank God I didn't have to go to the bathroom right away. Girl, I got locked in the car. The battery went dead in his car. I could not get out. I could not start the car. The windows would not go down. The man, look, when he called the U-Haul, called my husband, and the U-Haul man said, "Ma'am, just turn the key on it." I said, I want to say, if it was that easy, you know what? You try not to the sarcasm and the words that you want to fly out. I'm like, do you think I would be in this car for 1 hour? You don't think I tried all the options, like hit all the buttons, clicked all the things. The last option is to kick the window out. Like I called, my phone, I called my husband who called, AAA. And so he was surprised as far as, yeah, I was actually locked in the car. That I should have actually called the manufacturer on that one, but you just sometimes stuff happens. You get so tired, you're just happy to be alive and be able to get out. And I think, yeah, I think I had just gotten out and went to the bathroom and got something to eat. So I was sitting in the car patiently, just waiting for AAA.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
you should tell a story about when you and your daughter, got stuck and you guys didn't even think about, you guys were stuck and what
so
happened?
so just before COVID, this was before COVID. Isn't it funny
Yeah.
how we had this their life like okay before pre-COVID, post-COVID, mid-COVID?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My daughter was working at she was working at our church for the summer, and we had my husband's father. He passed away, and we had his car that we were still making payments on, and it was a cute little journey. I'm gonna call it out. It was a journey
Mm-hmm.
car,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
cute little 4 door, and so I would pick her up, and every once in a while the car would just die on us, but we would just start it back up, and we would just head on home. And we were checking out why it was doing, it was doing that, and nobody could find anything. They changed all the dashboard, all the electricals, everything. You start putting money into these cars. So this one last time, like I said, we would just start it up and keep going. And thank God it was never in the middle of the bridge. We won't say the
Right.
middle of the bridge or whatever. But this one time, just pulled out of the church parking lot, heading out of onto the main road, and the car dies. Start it up, nothing happened. Turn it over, nothing happened. Turn it over, nothing happened. Call my husband. My son's like, "Why you always call daddy?" I'm like, "Cause he gonna help me to figure out what to do next." So we ended up calling AAA. Thank God for AAA. I tell you what, for having a membership pays off.
Huh.
And,
Facts.
yes. And so
I know.
it is hot. The summer, it was hot. I mean, even though I'm in New England, it was still hot for us. And so we had the windows down, and every once in a while, I would just try to. This happened to be in the middle of. I mean, I'm not in Manhattan, guys. I'm not in Boston. None of that. But for my little town, it was a busy street at that time. In that time of day, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. 2, 3. It took them forever to get there. I think that at that time, for some reason, our area of Connecticut was on strike or something. There was some contract deal. This guy had to come from almost 2 hours away to come and help us with this. So we're sitting. Do you not know the whole time that I was sitting in traffic, the thought of actually pushing myself to the side of the road never, never, never crossed my mind or my daughter's mind. Because I'm like, no, the tow truck's going to be here. Because we didn't really have an estimate as to how long it was going to take for him to get there. Nobody told us until the end. So we're sitting trying. So people are like, so we're sitting there having a conversation, my daughter and I, and we're just like going like this. Out my side of the window, I'm going like this. Out her side of the window, she's going like this. So we're just talking like, like this is just normal, guys. Just go on by, go on by.
Yeah.
And at least 30 minutes or so into this, keep trying the ignition. Nothing's happening. And finally, this lady pulled up behind us and said, "Hey, lady," and a man too. "Do you want us to help you push the car out of the street?" I looked at my daughter. I'm like, busy. Like AAA's on the way. Like, why would I do that? so I don't know. I'm like, it's too hot. I pay these folks. They coming. So I tried it again, and I said, you know what? And there was tiny little Chinese restaurant over to the right hand side. I said, you know what? We're gonna get this car started. We're gonna sit over there and we're gonna eat lunch and we're gonna wait for the AAA people to come. And I actually could have called. Look, everybody has a cousin, either Bubba or Pookie and them. So I could have called Bubba. You know what I'm saying? But it was still 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which means that everybody that we knew was still at work, and my husband works, like an hour away, so I wasn't calling him. But so the car started. It drove as far as across the street. Went in, air conditioning, ate Chinese food, kept looking out the window. Next thing you know, AAA was there. put the car on the thing, put us in the car. But don't hold that against us, guys. I mean, that's just, is it Connecticut mentality? No, I'll just blame it on myself. That was just me and my daughter, who was like at the time 16, I think. So
That's definitely a housewife. I'll just say Air Force, Army, Air Force.
look, I'm make pretend my screen is frozen. Yeah, yeah. And she's right. She's not. Yep, she's Army and I'm Air Force. But okay, so let me tell you this. Our father was in the hospital, in and out, in and out. He has been now for a while. And I'm like, okay, when we are tired, because I flew out there to give her a brief reprieve, and maybe I think she was still just as tired, but we made each other laugh. um, but I know, because I'm Air Force, I know when's to find me a chair and sit down. Okay, but
Air Force.
when you're built Army strong, she would just run and run and run until she was just like kind of passed out. Because we almost had to check each other into the emergency room as we're taking care of. My father's just laying up in bed, living his best life for the moment, and I'm having heart palpitations. She's trying to make me drive in the Texas traffic, and I'm like, I ain't driving in Texas traffic. I'm gonna drive on the side country road called Frontage Road.
Boom.
Y'all make fun of me if you want to, because I'm like, this ain't Texas, okay? This ain't Texas.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, so this is just us chicken.
So just a love check. So yes. So long story short, we also discuss our hair. We're not like vain people, as you can see. I mean, you can see what mine looks like right now. So ain't no vanity come up on this piece. But long story short was mine are very new. I'll say, well, actually not very new now, huh? It's been January, February, March, April, May. So actually it's been 7 months. May made 7 months.
Okay. And
So this is a
3.
and 3 years for my sister, and yes, so looking forward to it being longer, but I am thankful. It's so easy. It's my own hair. I don't have to worry about what I'm gonna do, who I'm gonna pay. Can I get an appointment in? Am I gonna be canceled or whatever? My hair is good to go for 6 weeks, and if I had to, I can go longer.
Yeah,
and that's nice. But when you have,
I have a couple in here. These are not sister locks for nothing, because I can pull out one strand. Oh, look at that! That was by accident. I can pull out one strand and have that.
wow, your strand saying peace.
I have a couple of those in here. I can't believe I actually found it.
That's crazy.
That was crazy.
But what I love about it is, like, as we've thank the Lord, we've always had like a good set of hair, as far as, like, not thinning out or anything. But can I just say that it's so, I see, yeah, that's a long one too. Wow, goodness gracious. Yeah. So how do you, so you just, that's interesting. You can let it go that way. You let it ride.
Yeah, because when I got the point, I mean, I should have. They if you got to go in and you got to run your fingers through it to make sure that they don't tie in at the roots.
Yes.
So at some
what I like
point,
about it is grids. It's a grid, and I may not get the right line, but long story short, it's a grid, and something about that, it's just convenience. I love it. Throughout the whole head, it's like grids.
I think that with us being military people, we just like people things done decently in order. I'll just say it that way. Like things done in order. But in the beginning, I wore still like wearing scarves around my head.
Yes.
I did that a lot because when it's in the short stage, it doesn't know what to do yet, and
it doesn't. And
that's why I wore my hair wrapped all the time, and I had like a hat to hold it down. Okay. Look, you think it was getting paid, but this little brand right here.
Oh yeah,
Grace Ellier. I don't even know how to say it.
Yeah, I have a gray one, a black one, and a cranberry one, I think, from when she first started out. But I heard she makes them better now, where there's Velcro or something to close it up better.
So, or in our string. So and then it's that side. So I would put all that hair up in here. And even when I go to bed, this is what I do. Just tuck it all up in there.
Yeah.
And then I would just wear it. Sometimes I just wear it out the house like that, especially in the wintertime in Connecticut. Pick out a couple
I think it's amazing. My problem is, You know that we lose heat from our heads and from our
Mhm.
feet. Well, can I just
Right.
tell you that when personal summer kicks in,
Oh yeah,
first of all,
I
I
can.
can't have anything on my head,
Yeah.
but it'll make it doubly worse once when I start getting warm, and I can't my hair is holding something in. I have to let that air escape. I do not wear a scarf on my head, or any kind of cap. Can't breathe.
Because even when I'm sleeping at night and this bonnet is it's not on the inside, even with these covering my ears, it's like it does feel like at a certain point you gotta like, oh, I can't breathe, like because you get so
Yeah,
hot and you want to ears
yeah.
out, you know. So yeah, I totally get it. Totally get it.
Hmm.
But yeah, so
Yes,
it's been
indeed. I still
3
can't
years.
believe that my husband thought you were bald headed. That was ridiculous.
Say that again. Say
I
people in the
said,
back
huh?
people in the back couldn't hear you. Say it again.
I said I could not believe that my husband thought my sister was bald headed. I'm like, no, she's not.
It was,
Give him one of
because
those. Thank you.
I still like wearing long dress because you and I like to dress modestly. So
Right.
I like wearing long dresses and
Yeah.
headscarves when I go out sometimes. And so because I did that whole year and a half to 2 years, and that the reason I started, my husband said, "Well, honey, you gotta let your hair breathe." And I think of all my Muslim friends who they're so devout that they don't let their hair breathe. They're vowed to God, and I can't speak for them wholly because I'm not Muslim, but their
Right.
vow to God is to dress modestly, and to cover their hair. And then there are other nationalities, other people. I'll let you figure that out on your own. But there's other nationalities of people that only let their husbands see their hair, so they
Yeah.
wear wigs. So when they get married, they wear wigs to cover it. And I'm purposely not saying the nationality because I don't want to get
Yeah.
banned for anything.
But yeah,
But
I was gonna say the same thing. That, or not only that, but I like how you said that they'll allow in the household they allow more freedoms as opposed to going out. When you go out, it's gonna be either a wig and or it's gonna be your hair covered up.
yeah,
So yeah, I no judgment. I think it's nice to be able to talk freely about hair and and not involve everybody's religion. That's not my own. You know, um, and that's okay.
but
You know.
but to listen to people in their religions, yeah.
Yeah, but I can tell you that a couple of years ago, I came home to Connecticut, and I mean maybe more than that, because I think we were visiting Pop in the hospital. Yes, actually, we were. I don't know what year that was, but the Pop was in the hospital, and I actually have my head covered. It's cold in Connecticut, and so even though I'm warm a lot because I'm here, it's cold in Connecticut. So I have my head covered. I had my long skirt and I had my long sleeves with no arms showing. And so I went out just to have a little breather, and I was talking to a gentleman, and he was saying, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, pray for my." He said, "Are you a Christian?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm a Christian." People don't realize that Christians too can cover up because they see so many people dressing with tight dresses and dressing, a certain kind of way, have some cleavage showing or whatever. Now they don't. Now they have to question if you're covered up. Are you a Christian?
We're not, and
Where
we're not
before
judging.
that would never be a question back in the day.
And we're not judging if people want to dress like that. That's their own prerogative. So
Yeah,
that's not trying to have anybody come for us, in the
I'm
comments or
just
anything
telling
like
you
that.
what happened to me. It's a me experience. And I said yes. I said yes. I am. Yes, I am a Christian. And but I said you can understand why it's questioned, but it's also should it really be questioned?
Mm.
So that, but
Mhm.
you know. Anyway, long story short is yes, I prayed for his family member and kept it moving. You know,
Nice.
so
Nice.
power in prayer, right?
Yes. Power of prayer. So, oh girl, remember how when I left Texas, we stopped and got some almonds. I think I still have a couple of almonds left.
Oh, they're so delicious.
Girl, I've had look, one a day or one every
Uh-huh.
once a week. I can, that's
Hello.
tucked away in my little vanity stand. But the
Yeah,
other
man.
day, I went to get my smoothie, and
Yeah.
so and this is dark
Cashews.
chocolate, dark chocolate cashews.
Them are
And
some
and I,
big.
yeah, at first they gave me the packet because I got my smoothie. I was so excited, and I went to drive off, and then I backed up. I went back. I said, "Ma'am, I thought it was dark chocolate. But the it just fooled me when it said chocolate covered almonds."
Yeah.
And milk chocolate. I backed that car back up to the window and I said, ma'am, I'm sorry, I already stripped it open, but I don't want milk chocolate. I thought that they were dark chocolate. And she said, oh, no, give it to me. And she switched it out for this one. So
What?
they are big, aren't they? I try and have
That's bigger than my fingernail, and I'm holding my nail up. I'm holding my fingernail up. That is bigger than my fingernail.
it is. Yeah.
Yikes.
So I don't maybe I have a couple at a time and then just put them back in the after a while it's gonna get really hot in Connecticut. So I'm gonna have to put them somewhere, eat them or put them somewhere. But the thing about it now is that, having kids over the age of, I mean, the youngest one is 17. Everybody is in their own world now. But when they're younger and they're little ones, they come and they look through all the drawers. They try on all your little, lipsticks and stuff and all your little. But now they're like, I already know what's in all your drawers. I'm good.
Except for your pantry and underneath your bathroom, your cabinets. Those things are still open and still game because those are a special Walmart / Target shopping area. So they have shopping areas now. It's not just everywhere.
But they got their own specialty stuff. Even my 17-year-old son, man, he be spending $35 for body wash at Target. I'm like,
hello.
But then it comes home, I'm like, oh, I'm using that too. It smells good. Coconut, mango, juice. I'm like, I'm putting up with that today. But,
it's amazing how they all have their own personalities, though. It really, really is.
Yes. I think what I was trying to say in the see, look, if they listen to this 36 minutes in, they deserve to know. I went to the hospital today. I took my son because he had, we cleaned up these bushes and stuff. He was cutting up back them some red raspberries and all that stuff. And I'm like getting that big boy to do stuff so my husband doesn't have to move some stuff. But we were all out there hustling in bushes and stuff.
Yeah.
That boy got his ivy.
Oh Lord.
Look, I was covered from, because even if I had on a dress or a skirt, I had on my leggings under there. Because I just do. And my husband had on long pants. Because if you cut grass, we know that. You cut grass and you do those long pants on. So he had a short sleeve shirt. So he has like poison ivy down his arm, poor baby, on his neck, not on his chest, because he did have on a t-shirt. And then down his legs, like right around the.
So what's everything he had exposed.
The bug above the knee.
Yep.
And it took 2 days. It took 2 days to actually show up on him. Because he said, his sister said, why you got these little pimples? He said, I don't know. It's like, do they itch? No, not really. Next day, he's at a friend's house. Everything's oozing. I was like, oh gosh. And the mom of the house where she was trying to call me to tell me, but I was out visiting my nephew, your son. And finally got, 3 hours later, she's trying to call me and tell me my son's over. Thank God he wasn't like allergic, and like no allergic reaction. Because because my phone was not going to ring, especially when I slide it down in my pouch, and it for some reason it just doesn't even vibrate or anything.
Yeah,
but I think it was an emergency. She would have called my husband, I'm sure.
Yeah, but how about I'm talking to you on my brand new phone? It's a phone that I really didn't want to get, but long story short was I had a carrier that was not carrying, so I had to go back to from my origination spot, and pay that money because the cheaper version was not getting it for me and for my daughter.
And that just happened like two years ago when I brought Daddy back home to you 2 years ago. The person came to your table and was selling you stuff at your table, man. He was in your house.
So, you got me.
And so just 2
and
years
my
later,
husband's having no problem at all. He's having no problem. Not one.
Oh, really? He's on the same plan? He's on the same plan?
My phone, well, actually, I don't think, okay, so we got cut off for like a long, like hours. One day we got cut off for hours. Oh, that's really cute.
So when my phone is in here, it won't ring.
Yeah. Well, I got a generic brand, and all I can say is this thing, I put that big behind phone right in the pocket, right?
You found that one after I left?
Did. So, and then you can put all your cards in here. You open this up, and voila, it's cards in the inside. And
Yours
then
up too. Did you think that we were getting paid for selling products? Hold yours up too.
okay, so I'm holding mine up. That's the one side. This is the side where that actually has, you know, the clip on it. I don't even know what it says. It says Bytech. I don't know who that is. But anyway, I'll say that Bytech.
Mine says nothing. It's just
So
cute.
my husband said, well, I'm gonna buy you a better one. I'm thinking, I appreciate that. However, comma, if your wife is happy with generic right now, I go out and spend a whole bunch of money when generic is working just fine. Now, once the pleather starts getting a little hinky, whatever, I might say,
you know what I'm learning though? To have 2 or 3 so that you can just go back and forth and not wear it out. Like, because back in the day, we just be weird until all the stuff shows. Like, just get another one if he says that way. You know, you can get fancy and then switch it out and go to the other one. Because my son just reminded me that I have another. This is my I swear, but today's product day. So this is my other for my phone.
Oh,
girl, you know how when you get a new phone, it's so slippery.
Yeah.
So mine is very thin and sleek. It's an Android. And I always put it on the table or I'll put it on the couch and it slides off, you know. But in all my years, in a very long time, I haven't had a phone or a screen break. And you know, praise God, knock on some wood. Sorry, Lord, I know it doesn't make sense.
Well, you can't do both. You can't knock on wood and praise God. Okay.
I hear you. I knew you were going to say that. So I was out in the garden doing some stuff. And I put my phone with no cover on this little stand. And it was fine on that flat surface.
Yeah.
No tilt, nothing. But I think it vibrated. And my husband and I were like pulling out some because raspberry bushes, they're cute. They're cute. Them berries are good.
Yeah.
But they take over. They take over. My phone slipped off that thing, girl, and hit the ground.
No.
So I didn't say anything to my husband. And later on, the camera, because this phone has like 3 or 4 cameras on the back.
Yeah.
No, it has 3 big like this and then 2 small ones. I'm looking at the back of it through a mirror. You know, I wasn't about to tell my husband that the phone, that the mirror, that the thing done cracked, because he kept saying, "Put the cover on your phone. Put the cover on your phone. Put the cover on your phone." So then I'm like, because you know me, if I don't tell you, I wanted to tell my son. Like, I didn't want to say, "Hey, I got something to tell you, but don't tell Daddy." So I didn't say anything. So then finally, like, it wasn't even 24 hours. And I'm like, okay, I have something to tell you, but you're not allowed to yell. Or he doesn't yell, but you're not allowed to complain. You're not allowed to give me a lecture either. He's like, okay, what? Like, what's the big deal? I said, okay, you know how you always tell me to put the cover on my phone? He looked at me. I was like, yeah, when it fell off that day, it you know, the thing cracked. So it wasn't my screen. It was just the camera thing. So he said he didn't say anything. I said, look, I already feel bad enough as it is. It's my phone. I just got probably less than a year old. You know what I mean? So then I told myself. So my husband didn't say anything. He kind of like kept it to himself. I saw it on his face, but he kept it to himself. I told my son. I said, "What you, junior daddy? Like, well, I don't need to get a lecture from my 17-year-old son, and you ain't." That's like his father, in a good way too. But my boy, that's enough. I already know. Okay.
Like, first of all, he doesn't pay any bills.
He pays his own bill. He pays his own stuff. But you know what I'm saying. I was like, if your father can restrain himself, then you can keep your words to yourself too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Oh, so garden. So I've had blackberries coming up, right? So kind of exciting. But I was hearing a lot of cicadas over in my neighbor's yard for like a good week. You know, lots of cicadas. And last night I heard cicadas and they were in my backyard. So I don't know if they finished eating up what they're gonna eat up over there and come over to my side. I don't know what they do. All I know is they make a lot of noise. So they're on my side. I'm afraid to go outside to see what's going on. I've got cucumbers trying to grow. They're crazy right now because I did not trellis them. So right now I'm going to have a bed of mysteries in it. Right? Lift them up. Is it there? Yeah. Or is it there? No. So right now I've got the cucumber patch mystery. And then I think I told you about the caterpillars that ate one of my kale bushes, right?
No.
I had some weeks back. I had some caterpillars that were tearing. They were having bon appetit my kale. The one that was totally gone, and the other one was unscathed. I'm like, all right, all right. But I went out there. I went out there not last night, but night before last. And I'm thinking, now I do have some leaves on the other one, but I know that thing had some leaves compared to the other one. So something's out there having a field day on my
Girl, you better get
vegetable. I didn't a net.
you better borrow a can of beer from your neighbor. Borrow a
You
can
know
of
what?
beer and pour it in the thing and put it in your garden, and the snails and slugs and all will go to the beer.
Yeah, I saw that one too. That was a good one, a good video. So yeah, I should do that. And shame on me. You're so funny, but the neighbor, I'm gonna ask my good neighbor for one. Yeah. So hopefully he, she, whoever you may be, won't be kind of whining and crying about the beer being gone. But if they're good neighbors, like a good neighbor, they'll
You
give
got
me a
good
beer.
neighbors. You got good neighbors. State Farm is there.
Yeah, so
But
I think I'll try that, but I don't know. I might be a day late and a couple weeks short.
we might as well just call this conversation, because all we do is, this is like back in the day when you call each other on the old phones, and you just like,
Yeah,
it's like ring ring, hello.
remember on the
Yeah.
red phone? We had the red phone, girl. Remember?
Oh, we did, girl. We had that
We
red
did.
phone. We
We had that.
did.
Oh,
Yeah, that was cute. That was a cute phone.
yeah, really was. So, but
The only thing is, when you're trying to sneak a phone call in the middle of the night, when your parents say you can't have any phone calls after 10 o'clock, can't make any phone calls after 10 o'clock, it's kind of difficult for you to.
Ring.
We we didn't have the push button one. We had the one that's kind of like a roll that you had to put your finger in for the number, but you had to put your finger in and bring it back real slow, like you gotta be obedient. At least be real slow, like so you don't get something.
Problem. I don't think I have that problem past ten
Yeah,
o'clock. But
thank you. Yeah, and it's funny how back then you could talk to somebody for hours about a whole like we're doing right now, but it's like a whole conversation about a whole bunch of nothing, just random stuff. Uh-huh. Uh,
so I'll think of some stuff to talk about. So I'm like, how do you? I'm gonna throw this question out there. How do you celebrate? If you're a person like me,
uh-huh.
hodgepodge, garbage, but I'm like, the big 60s coming. I don't want to celebrate big. I just want to I just want to. If I could go back a few more months, because you think of all the stuff, I just would like to take a couple pictures of myself at this age, because the big day is Saturday, and just post some pictures of myself. You know what I mean? Um,
Dang,
I am
time is
grateful.
flying.
I
Yes.
know, because I am grateful. I saw somebody else's post today, and they were like, we are grateful that the Lord allowed me to be here another rotation around the sun.
Son,
Around
that's
the
right.
earth.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for that. And then less, I love, you heard that in the Bible, Jesus went to a wedding. So celebrating anniversaries, all for it. But the individuality thing about the birthdays is still, I'm torn. But anyway, not that I haven't done it in the past. I haven't done it in a long time. But
Right.
either way, God is good.
All the time. And as long as we're not magnifying ourselves during our celebration, because we should be celebrating Jesus every day, right? So long story short is, I mean, He puts you on this earth. I'm gonna say in advance, I celebrate you and your 60th. Thank the Lord for it. It's a blessing, and I thank the Lord for my big sis.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mm.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so we're now at the 49-minute mark. And again, if anybody has made it to the end besides our mama, because we've also we said, okay, mama, you can't dip in and dip out. So just play it and wash some dishes, something. Just play it and vacuum. Take it to the whole
Uh-huh.
video.
Yeah.
um, but that's why I do go back little by little, and I put in each spot what might be the highlight. Like, you getting a new phone. So that means you and Angelica had to get new phones. You and the angel, and had to get new phones.
Yeah. So we all got new phones, and You know, it's amazing how they do give you a choice of keeping it old, but because I have my experience with the last group was not that great. Starting from from week one, you know, eh, um, we did should have kept that guy's cell phone number because he said don't contact anybody else, just contact me, and we should have done that. But long story short, we're like, oh, it's the same company, we can talk to anybody. All, the quality in everybody's company is not always the same. And the fact that he actually took, had common courtesy and came out to our home to discuss, things with, we should have stuck with the guy, stick with the guy, the guy that's giving you the information and helping you out. Just saying, stick with the guy. So, I,
I hate it. So the gym that I joined, I'm not sure if I talked about it last week, but the gym that I joined, I have to go at least 3 times a week. And by the time I miss on Sunday, because I'm not going to go on Sunday, because usually that's, family day. And then Monday was raining all day. And then today was Tuesday. I had to catch up, and take my son to the ER, the urgent care and all that kind of stuff. And then go to the base to get the prescription. And then
yeah.
go to the... So now I
Hmm.
have to go Thursday and Friday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going to post something because I did walk on... I think we got up Sunday morning and we walked and I got like 10,000 steps. Yeah.
I think I'm kind of gonna go back. You know how every night I used to send my siblings, my you say siblings that my steps, how many steps I had in a day, and it kind of gives all motivation as far as us all doing something. I think I'm gonna go back to like trying to make an honest effort to send my steps to you guys.
Yeah. So how many you have right
Yeah.
now? Yeah, you had a busy day, so I know you have more than me today.
But before that, I kind of had a nice peaceful day in the house. Just getting some reading in and some meditation time in. I'll say prayer time in. Before I knew my day was going to be busy. So trying to start that day off right. And I'm telling you, it helped because I'm pretty sure that my attitude would have been a whole lot different going there and seeing our father, still in the bed. So I thank the Lord. Everything happens for a reason, and it happens the way it happens. So I didn't leave my house until like 12 o'clock. So my steps started late. So I only have about 59, 59:35 right now.
That's good. I have 47. And I had a couple appointments to go to today too. So we got that in the step and you still didn't say how we got there. So the van left to take somebody else to their appointment. Did you take it?
Well, I told them I need help getting him in and help getting out, find someone to help me get him out. And they told then I got the lady that was actually down there with the gentleman that was going to help me put him in said, hey, well, the driver just said he's 3 minutes away. So it ended up that the driver for this
Came back.
facility came back for him. So that was a blessing.
So
And
they're able
then
to put him in the wheelchair and then lift the wheelchair up into the van, right?
yes,
The whole wheelchair.
yes, he had a
Good.
lift. Yes, he had a lift. But it's like, he had the 2 appointments plus they asked for labs. So we've been going since 1:15 to like 5:15.
Mhm. This person said,
It's
say
for a long.
Bismillah. I don't know what Bismillah means. I guess I have to Google it afterwards, but hopefully it means something good. Okay.
Well, let's just say hello, Amir, because I can say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So no, I'm
That
not
is
in the habit of saying stuff. If it's a name, I will make an attempt to say the name, but when I don't understand what it means, until I look it up, I don't feel comfortable saying that. So, but I will say hello, Amir.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
But we do appreciate everybody who stayed on and popped in and popped out. And we only meant to go
thank you.
30 minutes. We went 10 minutes
Yeah.
by myself today. Um, so,
Mhm.
so thank you for coming on, listen to our casual sister chit chat. Like we're
Yeah, oh yeah.
just catching up on each other's day and our father and all these other things. So anyhow, so how do we usually end it? 'Cause like I keep getting it messed up. I keep getting it
We
messed up.
changed it. We said peace,
Peace,
love,
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 and
and
and bless.
blessings.
Yes.
Amen.
Right. So I have to
Uh,
wait. Let me put in this word that he said. He says, say this
okay.
word. Let's see what it means.
Okay. Let's see. We'll stand by. Ba 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 ba. That's
Uh,
that's my Brazilian. That's my Brazilian. What do you call that? Elevated music.
hmm. um, so in Arabic, literally, in the name of God, the merciful and compassionate. I like that. Thank you.
Bismillah.
Thank you.
Bismillah. How you do?
What does it mean?
Mhm.
So we do appreciate you guys, and check us out next week. Hopefully, we might have to do something earlier and record it for next Tuesday, but we'll talk about that later. Look, what we usually do, guys, is we usually hang up from here,
Yeah.
and then I'll give a call, say, "Hey, girl, continue the phone
Guess
call."
what?
My husband's at work, and her husband was like, "Hey, girl, we didn't finish this conversation." But we do appreciate you all for coming in and checking us out at the Connecticut
Yes.
Housewives.
And the
Housewives.
Housewives of Connecticut.
Girl, you got a nice little breeze. Is that your air conditioning from the car, or is that the window down now?
No, that's the window down, letting my hair blow, darling.
Okay.
It's 90, but we have a wonderful. It feels so good, like the breeze is coming in through the windows. It's like good. Oh
Observe it and
gosh,
text that.
yes.
All right. I love you.
Oh,
Sunday
okay.
on she's Ajua on TikTok. I'm Nubian Queen TV
TikTok.
on TikTok, and you can also find me over on Instagram as Nubian Queen Nation. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Peace and blessings are said. Bismillah.
Peace, love, and blessings. Bismillah.
Yes. Bye bye.
Toodles.
Toodles.